What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and we're here, baby. It's playoff time. Pre-game show live. Took a little time here. I had to go get a new phone today. Phone took a complete crap on me. Of course, of all days, I was like, ain't gonna happen. So had to make sure I re-downloaded every effing app. Got the information out to you. Luckily, I put this show together earlier today. Holy hell. What a day it's been. Everything trying to get in the way of the greatness that lies in front of us, and that is the Eagles in the playoffs going up against the Packers in round one. And look, we wanted to have that one seed, and everybody was all pumped up. The Eagles were good enough. They earned themselves a bye. Got to rest their starters. Hurts was in concussion protocol. You don't want to see that, but guess what? He's healthy, good to go now. He's back in action, and this team went clicking on all cylinders, when healthy, not shooting themselves in the foot. They could beat anybody. And I'm telling you, the media will be on board once the Eagles lay that smackdown on the Packers today. You're going to see everyone, biggest Eagles fans ever. Mark my words. Ladies and gentlemen, you sickos are who I'm more concerned about, though, right here, right now. We need all that good juju, all the good vibes we can get, because it's time. It's playoff time. Nothing matters that happened. You learn. You take all the things you learn from the season, and it's 0-0. 1 week at a time. You move your way all the way through, and you go get that effing trophy back. So that's what we're here to see on the road to victory. So hope you're all enjoying your weekend. Hope you're strapped in, ready to see some birds fly high. But I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how you're feeling about this game. You got score predictions. You got an MVP for the game. I've heard from you guys all week. It's been awesome. Love the vibes. Love that you guys are all getting excited, ready to run through some walls. I know I am. So let's go, baby. It's playoff time. And you know me. I've been talking a lot of crap this week and finding out, a lot of new Eagles fans, people telling me certain things that, we've been trying to tell those people all damn year. So glad people are waking up just in time, because this team, I'm telling you, about to fly. And they've been coming up with whatever narrative they need throughout the week to get them by every week. And, well, they're going to have to do some real soul searching after this game. Let's see how much they flip-flop after this one. But let's rock and roll. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. Got some information for you. Then we're going to take all your questions, everything on your mind. Anything you guys got going on here, I'm all about it. Appreciate you all tuning in, you sickos. Tiffany, Liz, Little G, Lynn, let's effing go. I hope you guys are all ready to run through some walls here. I've been putting in as much work as I possibly could, Joe, my man, throughout this week, getting ready for this game. Trey, let's go. Nina, yes, I love to see you sickos in here. That's what I'm talking about. And you talk about what this team has been able to do, shutting these haters up every week. It's something. They don't run the ball. Oh, they don't pass the ball. Well, Vic Fangio can't do this. Well, Jalen Carter's a bust, and Saquon's wash, and Cooper DeJean's white, and Quinyon Mitchell went to a small school, and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? All that shit gets put to the forefront today, and let's find out who really knows what they're talking about, and we'll find out if everybody's the biggest Eagles fan ever after today. So I really think that this team, has proven that to me, beating teams like the Ravens, the Steelers. And again, people, live in a small bubble, and it's a week to week. You almost lose to the Panthers, everybody's jumping ship. You lose to the Commanders without Hurts, everybody's jumping ship. It's like, all right, dude, we know here that this team, they are locked in, man. And I can't express how much I just really believe in this team. And JC, you guys have heard me all year predict this team as a Super Bowl champion. Before training camp, we got into it, and we heard from the media this team's just not good enough. They're not going to make the playoffs, this, that, the other thing. And my breakdowns, I try to show you why we were the best team in the NFL. So we're going to get to all that put on the burner right here today. We're going to find out how she cooks. And I think we're going to be cooking all day, because this team on offense, we talked about the firepower they have from top to bottom. You see the media getting confused. Why isn't Jahan Dotson a 1,000-yard receiver? We don't understand how football works. And we understand that they don't understand, because, well, when you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and you have Dallas Goedert as passing options, kind of takes away. And when you have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback, Saquon Barkley, those are mouths that are going to get fed before Jahan Dotson. And, they can be confused about this offense, but it's really good. Best offensive line in the game. Then you look at the defensive side of the ball. You heard how much shit I got all year for believing in this team. Putting my, I said, I'll hang my hat on this being a top 3 defense, if not the best defense in the league by the end of the year. And you see, they are the best defense in the league. And again, the way the media works is to get people pissed off, to get people confused because they have no idea what they're watching. So you have to understand all these things they said, they have absolutely no substance. So they're all going to have to write these new articles and all this. What they're going to do now is after we win is tell you everything I've been telling you for months. And then these guys are geniuses. They're experts because they're telling us what we just watched and what I try to explain them for months and months in advance. And we got to pretend I didn't because we all know it's going to upset them. But guess what? That's part of the beauty of doing this. When you love your team as much as I do, you do the work. You find out, the cap stuff. You want to know who we should draft, who we should sign. And we talked about all that this offseason and getting ready for a season like we had. And I think everybody's starting to understand what exactly I was talking about here. So let's get them on board. Let's effing go, my man. And technology really, I can't believe, dude, but they got these cool little like green buttons on the side now. He's like, you want the green or the blue? I was like, whoa, pal. What color am I wearing right now? That's green. Let's get it on. But of course, that was how part of my day had to go. And I had so much to do. So that just took up like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was like, Drew, my man, let's go. Didn't want to have to spend the money on a new phone either, but here we are. Couldn't go without. And look, we're taking on anything that comes our way. Bring it on. Bring it on. They can throw whatever they want at us. But this team, they dealt with some injuries, but right now, pretty damn healthy. So you see the game inactives. Tanner McKee will be that third quarterback. You got Eli Ricks, Lewis Seen, Nick Gates, Kennard, Keegan. No one really surprising there. Anaya Smith, though, with Paris Campbell, we talked about it. Would you want more of a veteran receiver? Can help you in the return game as well? The answer is yes. So Anaya Smith inactive. You're going to have Paris Campbell playing here. So all about it. You saw the elevations. He and Kari Blossom game are here. And then the Packers have Clifford, Watson, Anderson, Dillard, and Sims inactive for this game. So NFC begins. We've seen the AFC games. You got one going on right now. And you got, obviously us starting it off. And then obviously we'll watch the Bucs and Commanders tomorrow. We'll see the Vikes and Rams. And then we'll know how this thing plays out. Who is playing who, all that great stuff. I'll keep you up to date. We'll have a Victory Monday tomorrow. Promise you, it's coming. But look, man, we talked all week about the top matchups. We talked about the first time we played this game, we were able to use Saquon. In the first game we had him, how well we did on the ground and in the air. He had 3 touchdowns total, 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Talked about Hurts able to do things. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith were doing their thing. Let's get that offense going again. We talked about the defense. The difference this time with Cooper DeJean in the nickel position rather than Devontae Maddox. Jaden Reed had a great game week 1. He's what they've got right now with Dobbs and Wicks. They've got Heath and Melton as backups, but no Christian Watson. So definitely a loss for them. But I think, with Coop there, with the way this defense, is really gelled together, they've come a long way since week 1. And we talked about it when people were saying fire Vic Fangio after the first couple of weeks. We laughed in their face because I broke it down this offseason. It's very complicated and it's going to take time. And we're going to see some mistakes, but we're going to hopefully see some promise. And that's what I saw. So while everybody was clamoring to, fire everybody, we were laughing and talking about how they were only going to continue to get better and just wait till Coop was starting. Boom. Look at it. Since he's been starting, this defense has been lights out, man. So let him keep sleeping on this team, dude. I've done everything I possibly could this season to get you ready for this moment. So let's enjoy it. Let's go get this W. And then we'll do the same thing next week and then the next and the next until we're in there to the Super Bowl, man. We're going to go get our trophy back, and it begins today by beating the Packers. So no reason you shouldn't. You don't shoot yourselves in the foot. You obviously want to establish that run with Saquon. They're very good against the run. I think 3rd in the league in yards per rush. We talked about all the things with them. They're good against the pass. They're a good defense. They got a good offense. They're going to try to run with Josh Jacobs. Got to try to take him out, make them one-dimensional, put it in Love's hands. We know he's got a banged-up shoulder or elbow. I apologize. I think all these things we talked about, if it goes down the way we talk about, if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, play clean football, stay healthy, we're going to beat their ass. Double-digit win could be possible, but it's the playoffs. It could be a close game. These guys could come to fight. You never know what could happen. But we are the better team, so there's no reason we shouldn't go out here and win this game today handily. Build on that. Talk about rust and, let's make it easy on Jalen Hurts. Let's run the ball a little bit to start the game. Some quick throws, some easy, just to get things rolling here. Let's have some smart play calling here on offense and defense. Let's maybe get something from the special teams department. There's so much, that we talked about this week that sky's the limit for this team, man. Can beat anybody in a plethora of ways. So Oh, I'm trying not to have a heart attack today. It's been a crazy day just dealing with the phone thing. Once it finally, because I don't know if you remember me saying yesterday, it's going off and on and off and on. And it just went off while I'm at the damn store. And I was like, so now I lost out on a couple $100 to, be able to trade it in. So I couldn't even trade it in, couldn't get the information off. It was just like, but luckily the iCloud saved some stuff. So I have most of my pictures and things like that. But it was just like, is this real? I was like, you're not. Nothing is going to stop me. And I'd already set the show up. So I'm like, I got to get home. And I'm trying to make sure all the other platforms, I had to re-download and sign back in to all these. I'm like, So it's been a wild ride, but love you too, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are enjoying this day. It is a beautiful day out right now. And it's a beautiful day to go win a playoff game. So Eagles, come on, baby. Let's go. We believe in you. We are behind you. We're ready to see you advance to the next round, and whoever wants to come get it, man. The Bucks, the Commanders, whether it's the Vikings, the Rams, I don't care who it is. Any of those 4 teams can come get it, and somebody's going to get smoked, dude. So 1 week at a time, though. So let's go get this Packers team. And yeah, man, we talked about this game all week. We talked about how good they are, and it's the playoffs. These teams are all going to be good. That's just the way it goes. So that's okay. We're the better team. So the better team needs to come out victorious here. McKee is always inactive. That is how it works with the third quarterback. He's inactive every game. That unless, obviously with those injuries to Hurts. But, yeah, you're allowed to have your third quarterback dressed. So, yeah, I'm ready to run through a wall too. I think that this team, it's going to show the world. They've been sleeping on the wrong ones. So, and it is. It always is. We're the best fans in the world. So, we're going to get rowdy for it. My brother messaged me today, hey, you want to go to the game? I'm like, mother. And I was like, dude, my phone keeps shutting off and on. I got to go get a new one. I'm on my way right now. And luckily, I talked to him and wished him well. But he is not going to make it back from his conference to be able to go to the game. That sucks. But now I can't go, and that also sucked. But I have way too much going on. That would have been too much chaos for me to try to go to that game. But it would have been awesome, not going to lie to you. But not having a phone would have just really put me in a precarious position there. So, and yes, we are, man. Our diehard fans are the greatest. Now, I don't count, these new fans or casual fans as part of our fan base because bandwagon fans don't count, man. They don't. Our real fans, we are the greatest. There is no one that even comes close, and there's a reason everyone hates us because we are. We are so passionate. We love our team. We are sickos. That's why I call you guys the sickos, man. We are obsessed with everything Eagles, and that's how I like to do. And yeah, you always see dumb people talking, and that's why I always ignore dumb people, and I don't follow any of those TV shows or radio stations or any other content creators. I like to do my own thing. For those of you who don't like that kind of stuff, I always offer you, the truth. Always offer you real information that I find to be way more valuable than the dumb shit that never amounts to anything. Well, last year, Jalen Hurts wore pink underwear, so this year, if he wears pink underwear, he's going to, the weird shit that they do their analysis with, just not really for me. I like to actually look at stuff that's in reality and what's going on, break down the game, look at what they're good at, what we're good at, what they're bad at, all that stuff. So to me, that's way more valuable than dumb shit that amounts to absolutely nothing. But to each their own. I know the world, loves their misinformation. I know they're big on WIP and, all the morons out there and all the content creators that flip on the Eagles like that. I'm not that way. That's why I made a channel for diehard fans because I was like, nobody out there is that's So we had to change it, man. We got to change the game. So look, they could sleep on the Eagles. They could sleep on whatever they want. They could use whatever weirdo analysis, whatever goalpost moving, deflecting they need to do throughout the week. That's fine. For me, the way I break it down, just like in the offseason, you can make up cap numbers if you want, or you can come get the real ones. We could talk about players we're actually going to draft and sign, or we can talk about shit that never happens. For me, the stuff that actually happens is actually way more valuable than things that never, ever happen. So, hey, man, if you're more into knowing what's going on and love the truth, that's what I'm here for. But, again, there's so much dumb shit out there for everybody that loves that stuff. But we like to, all season we enjoyed this, right? We actually got to be excited for our Eagles while everybody was jumping ship, making their weirdo videos, how much Eagles suck, everybody trade this. What did I tell you? Every week, I'm good on that, man. And you guys always tell me about the stuff, and I tell you every single week, I don't care. That's why I make my videos based off of actual stuff. You don't see me, and if it's something so egregious, like a stupid-ass rumor that I have to jump in front of, then I will, just to tell people how dumb they are. I have no problem with that. But for me, I like being strapped in. I like knowing what's going on and being excited for this game. And I'm excited right now. I don't know about you guys. I see you sharing the love down below. That's what I'm talking about. But how are you feeling about this game? You think it's a close game? I saw Joe, Tiffany were giving some, score predictions and their ideas for the game. Whatever you guys got, man, let me know. I think, Saquon, we talked about it. He was able to run and catch the ball. A good defense, but you got to still be able to establish Saquon and, use him, and then everything becomes easier. You're able to do things with AJ, Devontae. You don't have to pass the ball as much. They got a good secondary, not just good against the run. They're good all over, man. So it's football. You never know. None of those stats from the beginning of the year matter. Like you were good at this. It doesn't matter, man. You could be bad in that game. Somebody gets hurt or just you're struggling with something. It's football, man. So that's the great thing about it. But what you need to realize is the Eagles right now need to be getting pissed off in that locker room. They're sleeping on us. Everybody's counting us out. Get pissed off. Run through some effing walls, dude. And let's go win this effing game. I think that these people, we'll all do what they do all the time. Once we start winning, they'll flip their script and, your Dan Orlovskis and whatever weirdo douchebag backups, Chase Daniel and, Rex Ryan, all these weirdos out here that talk about how Jalen Hurts can't throw or this can't, they obviously aren't watching. People always say, well, he's an ex-coach or he's an ex-player, so this guy knows everything. I'll tell you, that is the worst way to look at it because I've seen so many ex-Eagles that are complete fucking morons, dude, that sit here and try to explain, you got to blitz every play. This defense sucks, Vic Fangio. Now look at these douchebags. Now they're all the biggest Vic Fangio fans because they don't know what's going on. They're stuck in 20 years ago, or they think that, look, they don't do any work, and it shows. And you can see why I don't care about what these people have to say. Jalen Hurts can't throw. Dude, I'll smoke you. I've shown you every single effing stat you need to know. His middle of the field throwing, all the things that they say he can't do. It's laughable because he does them. When you're running, why are they running the ball? I don't know, maybe because you have the best fucking running back, the 9th guy to ever go over 2,000 yards. Like, I don't know. You have a line that prefers to run the ball. Any line would prefer to run the ball going forward and smashing someone rather than, pass blocking. That's just how it is. But when you're good at it, that's what you do. The confusion to me, it just goes to show you how little these people actually know about football. So, hey, I can't wait to see them all jumping on board after this game, and I promise you they will. And, yeah, we don't want any of that, man. Like I told you all week, we're locked in. I need you sickos to keep showing up because we don't need that bad juju. We need all that good juju. So give it to me. Let me feel it. And then we'll be back on this post-game show getting pretty effing excited because, well, we're heading on to the next round. And then we'll, of course, have Victory Monday. Tuesday, we'll be behind enemy lines. We'll do the same damn thing over it. Now, if the game is scheduled for Saturday, then I'll have to move some things around like always. But, we'll get it figured out, whatever it may be. But we're going to win this game. And, yeah, dude, I love when they start talking trash about us and they're talking out their ass. It's funny to me because you're just fueling the fire, baby. Thank you. So thank you to all the casuals and all the dumbasses out there for doing nothing but talk shit about our team and Jalen Hurts. And, okay, man, okay, we got you. Do not worry. And, the Super Bowl, why would you want to focus on the Super Bowl when you could break a rushing record? Okay, well, Saquon's going to show you why, and this whole team's going to show you why. So that's perfectly fine. Like I said, all the shit they posted and talked about on their shows this week, talking about shaving their balls, whatever weird stuff WIP does, we talked about this game. We talked about the top matchups. We talked about what's going on with their injuries, our injuries, what's going on with everything you need to know. And for me, the crystal ball is showing an Eagles W. So don't care what they have to say. I only care what you have to say. And, well, you guys are saying some things I really, really enjoy right now because I need that good juju. I was tired all week, man. Just the hate coming in from every angle. The Packers, Commanders fans. It just, you can tell they're scared. And I don't blame them at all because they should be scared. This team, when clicking on all cylinders like we talked about, we're going to show everyone why we're the best in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for you. Got a couple things I'd like to do before this game gets started. 20 minutes away. Oh, 2K, say, let's go all day. So I'll be back on the road to victory. Post-game show. So I hope to see you then. If you need anything before that, you can always reach out. And you've seen it, Liz. I've seen it. I've heard it. And I've laughed at it. And I've refused to comment back. I see you guys commenting on some of it. Love it. I've done nothing but try to focus on you guys. Ready to rock and roll. ready to see this team go out here, punch them directly in the mouth. Offense, defense, special teams, all three phases of the game clicking. And let's smoke them. Let's enjoy this day. A beautiful day out. Let's have ourselves a beautiful Sunday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of you. Appreciate you tuning in throughout the year. And no matter what happens, we're always back for a post-game show. And we will be back next week. And that's with, your behind enemy lines after Victory Monday, of course. You've got all that, injury report, top matchups. I will continue to do that. And then once we win the Super Bowl, we'll get into the offseason. We'll talk about the cap. We'll talk about all the things you need to know, who's free agents, who we should bring back. I see a lot of the comments there, too. I will get into the offseason stuff when it is the offseason. Right here, right now, for the next month, we are locked in on Eagles football in the playoffs. So that's where we're going to focus. And whoever our next opponent is, we'll break them down next week. But right now, let's go beat some Packer ass. And I will be back after this game. Better see your asses back after this game. Love each and every one of you. I hope you're having a great week. Let's have ourselves a great Sunday. And give me those 2 words, baby. I want to see them down below if you believe in this team today. Going away with the victory. All right, guys. A beautiful show. I enjoyed it. You guys got me ready to run through some walls. If you got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Share this bad boy. Subscribe. All the things you're doing to support the channel. I cannot thank you enough. But I will be back later today. Let's go get this win, baby. Let's go, Birds. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Less than 20 minutes away. All right, guys. Enjoy this game. I'll talk to you afterwards. But until then, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!